Honestly, I'm going to show you now the the easiest GIF to make, which is just apple eye, positive, negative, positive, negative. So I started with this layer that was a picture from Photo Booth. I quick put it in to a filter, filter gallery stamp, right? It's all black and white. Duplicate slide, so now I got two of them. Now here's the thing, I can't change this one because it'll change both of them. So I got to make a new layer, Apple J. And on this one, I'm going to type in the word negative face. And on this one, I'm going to go Apple Eye. Now you look, and frame 1 and frame 2 did kind of the same thing. So in frame 1, turn off negative face. Frame 2, make sure it's on, right? And then if I hit it forever with no delay, it'll like just blink like crazy, right? Just crazy stupid, okay? And we've done a lot of this already, but just as kind of a review of kind of how to make those different layers do different things in the different frames, okay? So then of course I'm going to stop that and we're going to hit File, Save for Web like we've been doing for a long time. Okay, that's it. So we're going to make a rainbow strobe face GIF like this right here. Just kind of a variation on the strobe or pulsating GIF. It's pretty easy actually. So we're going to go to my Photoshop. I'm already set up here. I got a white background. I got a layer that's all cut out, just called real face. It's just my face. Right? If I turn off background, you can see it's all just white and black. I did that with the stamp filter. I'm going to actually get my background a little more fancy, a little more annoying maybe. I might even go do like a different one. Let's go noise sample. I like those. And we'll add this one. That's what we'll do. And I'm going to drop it and drag it through there. Again, remember that's on the background. Now, that made a radial gradient. If you wanted more of a straight line, you go this way. Now, if I wanted it to kind of come out of my eye, right, and it's a circle emanating out from the center, I mean, that's kind of cool. That's a little crazy, but you can go with that. Okay, let's say we're going to do, we'll do 5 different layers, 5 different colors here. So I'm going to hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And each one of those, bear in mind, is going to be a new color, right? So I'm going to have to make 5 layers of real face. So hit Apple J 4 times to make 4 more. Add it to the first one. I got 5. I'm going to change my words here. So we're going to call this red. Make him be red. I'm going to make him be orange. Make this one be yellow. You kind of see what I'm doing here. And I actually might need to make another one. I've kind of run out of colors here. Yellow, green. Before I get rid of real face, I'm going to duplicate it again. Apple J. We're going to go blue. And then we're going to go violet. Right? Okay. Now, here's the kicker. Right? Because I could make this face all be like red, right? Now, look, that's stupid. That looks horrible, right? So we got to do something else to it. The thing is, we got to duplicate violet by hitting Apple J, and we're actually going to call this one black outline, right? Now I'm going to move this on top of every single layer, right? It's on top. Now, to double check that we got black outline looking good, looking right, I turned off everything except black outline. I hit W for magic wand. I'm going to turn off contiguous because I want to grab every single white chunk in that layer. So all I got is like, I got everything that's white. Hit Apple X, get rid of it all, right? So now all I have is a black outline, right? That's nice. Now I can go to red, right? And I actually want it to be on the first one. So we'll make sure that red is on and black is on. All the rest can be on because they don't matter. They're right behind it. So we're going to go red, and that's what I'm going to put color overlay, right? The FX style, the layer style of color overlay. Boom, right? I'm a red face. I got the black outline. Looks good. All right, let's go to frame 2. Now with frame 2, we got to turn off red. We got to go to orange and go FX, color overlay, orange. I mean, I think you kind of get the pattern here of what we're doing, right? So I change my sliding bar, boom, okay. Now on this one, number 3, we're going yellow. So we got to turn off the other ones. We'll go to yellow, FX, hit yellow, right? Now I actually think I'm going to stop recording here for a second and then pick up in a second from now. Now we are back, and so check it out. I got all my frames. Actually, when I left you, I only had 5 frames. I forgot that I hadn't added one for that violet. So if you go to violet, you can see only violet's on. You go to blue, you can see that only blue is on. You go to green, so on and so forth. Now I changed my once to forever, and I can get a preview of this before I hit File, Save for Web. And it's chugging a little bit. I've got a lot of different windows open, and I'm recording this. So you can kind of see that's pretty straightforward, pretty easy thing to do. So here's the new take on kind of pulsating light. It's a variation of kind of a strobe, which is pretty simple. Now again, this is kind of chugging a little bit. When this looks on the web, this like goes faster, the strobing light. So really quick, I'm going to kind of walk you through how I did this. You can already kind of see a sneak peek. I've got a different frame on each one. We're going to actually just go ahead and delete all these. Remember, I can select all those by holding Shift, and then I can hit delete right there, and now they're gone. So I actually, and we'll even delete all these too. So I really just started with my face again as a filter stamp layer. I put that layer mask on it. I got rid of the white background, or all the background, right, where it's like, here I'll show you. It used to have all that on it, and then I kind of got rid of that with that mask layer, and then like white paint, black paint to make it look white. I'm sorry, of the background. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make 4 different copies. So Apple J 4 times, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, I'm gonna call this one 20%. We'll call this one 40%. And again, this is just to remind me of like what am I doing in each one and when does it have to be turned on. I actually could have called these frame 2, 3, 4, 5, right? But I'll just do it this way. All this will make sense in just a second. Okay, so frame 1. What I actually want to have is just frame 1, just normal. Okay, duplicate frame. On this one, I actually want frame 2 to pop out. Now with this, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go add a layer style, which is that FX button. And we can go color, gradient overlay. So gradient overlay. And instead of going black to white, we're going to go like that one. And I'm actually going to go 20%. Now you should see this start to change. I'm kind of wondering if I'm on the wrong layer here. Oh, that's why I don't have it on. So if I turn this, make mistakes. Put it on this one. There we go. The 20%. I was putting it on the wrong one, then wondering why it wasn't showing up. Gradient overlay. Okay, right. Now that's what I should have seen right away. Now that's horrible. That looks dumb. But if I hit 20%, you can kind of see like it's just barely starting to change my color. So that was 1. Here's 2. Okay. Now you kind of see where we're going. This is going to be 40%, 60%, 80%. So it's incremental. Nothing 20, 40, 60, 80. So now I go to number 3. This needs to be 40. So I turn off 20, I turn on 40, and I'm going to make that FX style. Gradient overlay. I'm going to stick with that same, red and green. You can make it be whatever you wanted if this is the way that you end up going. I'm going to go 40%. Right? And now I go to this one. Right? So it's a little repetitive. I turn off the 20, I turn on the 60, I go to 60, and then I go gradient overlay. And again, red to green, make it be 60. And just kind of a simple little variation of like a strobing GIF. Okay, then I go to frame 5, and I want to make sure that 80 is on, 20 is off, of course, and then I'm going to go FX, gradient overlay, red to green, and then at 80. So then it'll get like progressively like a little darker, a little darker, a little darker, a little darker, and then start over again, okay? So if I go to the beginning, oh, here we go, and then I hit play, and it loops forever, I should see like a little darker, a little darker, a little darker every single time, okay? Now that's good. We're going to go ahead and file, save for the web. Now here's the kicker we haven't talked about a lot lately. This is too big, right? This will chug, this will slow everything down. So we actually want to make that be like a 500, right? For a non-video GIF, just like an animation GIF, actually it's this one. Your biggest dimension shouldn't be bigger than 500. Otherwise, it's not going to work right. It's going to slow everything down. Now, when I do that, those are linked together. This is about 40% smaller than the original. It's looping forever, and then I hit save. Okay, and I can call it strobe light face GIF or whatever. Okay, all right. So that's it.